What's up, y'all? Keith Dykes here with W.K.D. Construction. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, thanks for stopping by. You can always hit that subscribe button, man, and come back. Check us out all the time. So let's go build something. Good morning, y'all. It's a little bit nipply out here this morning, but it is winter time. It's that time of the year, so you got to take it. You got to roll with it. And we do have an outside project that we have started in Paris. We built a pool house at the beginning of the year. Now we're starting on the main house, so we're going to be outside all winter long. So on today's video, it's going to be kind of a short video, but I am going to get into my method on how I brace a gable, predominantly a truss gable, how to do it properly, how to string, how to plumb it from the ground up. That way you've got a perfectly plumb entire end wall. And if the end wall is not plumb from bottom to top or top to bottom, it can mess a lot of things up. It's going to look bad. And then, as I say in the video, if you're doing brick, as on the front gable, it'll jack that all up if it's out of plumb. Okay, so it's very important to keep everything plumb, square, level. So let's get back to a warmer time. Let's brace this gable. All right, y'all, so we're here at my house. We just got all of our trusses set. Now it's time to get everything braced up, get it nice and supported. If you've ever wondered how you take a gable in and want to know how to plumb it, keep it straight, keep everything how it's supposed to be, brace it off properly, well, I'm gonna show you that today. The gable end is very, very important to keep it plumb, especially if you get into doing brick or something like that. If your gable is not plumb, dude, that jacks the whole brick job up, because if it's out of level, if it's pushing out or in, either one, it will jack your brickwork up, because everything gets laid from top to bottom. So I'm going to show you my method that should be the easiest, most accurate way to plumb a gable and then brace it as well. That way it's got to be plumbed to even do your decking. Okay, so stick with me and I'll show you how to do it, how I do it, how I've come up with this plan over the years to do this. First thing you have to do is make sure your wall is straight. If your wall's not straight, then you won't be right. You won't even be right off the start. So you have to check your gable, your end walls, make sure they're plumb, and then you run a string from end to end. We've got our adjustable brace in case we need to move it, whatever we got to do. But you need to make sure that you are 1.5 inches right in the center. Make sure whatever you're blocking, you can use whatever you want to as a little gauge block. But right here we've got 1.5 inches. So I need to measure and make sure I'm 1.5 inches right in the center of the wall. So check this. I don't know if you can see that or not. Like right at 1 inch and 9/16. Of course, I got the knots on the string, so that's perfect. Your gable needs some lateral strengthening, so we are putting a hog's trough up there. Hog's trough is basically a 2x4 L'd on top of each other. That way it gives it support in and out, and just ensures to keep that straight. on that gable so that your upright 2x don't bow. We got a couple lateral bracing. We got our hog's trough. I'm gonna set up my laser, so I'm gonna pick a number. It doesn't matter what it is. I need to be out further because we got a truss up there. So I'm gonna measure out from the bottom plate 6 inches. And then set my laser up. So that's set up in plumb bob mode now. We can use our tape measure and measure all the way up at the very peak to know that that whole wall system from top to bottom is plumb. You can use a level, but it's not as accurate as your plumb bob laser. In order to keep that gable braced correctly with a diagonal brace, we've got to solid block those first 4 or 3 bays. That way we can get some nice, it just kind of locks it all in together. Are we mic'd up? Mic'd up. Got it. Test each 1, 2. All right, so we're taking off our diagonal bracing that we've got up on top of the roof right there so we can actually plumb it. We did do the laser and we are about a half inch out of plumb. So we're getting all that taken care of loose, and then we can move the gable however we need to. Keep the top of your brace below your plane of your roof too. All right, so now we've got something we can get it braced up by. You're gonna have to screw the bottom, or Steve screw the bottom, and you measure the top, either or, neither nor. Not only, but also. Let's leave it on. Well, I guess you can for a second. You good? All right. Jimmy's gonna measure 10 inches. Come. Oh Lord, I don't know if I can do that or not. Hold on, it'll go. Yeah. Hold. May have to do another brace. What is it, 2 now? That's Where'd I just put my remote? I know it. All right. You ready? All right, go. You got 3 of them? Actually, go ahead and put all 3 of them in there. Is that screwed? Is that truss screwed to the wall, top plate? Yeah. Go ahead and toe screw that truss. Make sure it ain't giving either. Huh? All right, what you got now? All right, 10 inches. 10 inches. I always thought you should have, go from the gable down, but you're not. You're actually supposed to go from the gable back up into the roof to be structurally supported. But Power Trust sends all that out too. They send all that information, tells you how to get everything fastened like it's supposed to be. What side you just cut? Go ahead and get yours flush. You can get down if you want. Be easier. Hmm?
Yeah, I work out half
Flush? Or just a hair back can be fine.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Maybe I can reach it. Check your laser right there. Laser still on? Still on point? I think your ladder might have hit it. Right there at the middle where that hog's trough's at. Right there. No, it don't matter. All right, so it's bowed out a little bit. We need to bring it in. If possible, you're going to have to just, yeah. 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 Let me get another. Yep. Need to get it more than and then let it go.
Yeah.
Relax. Don't do it. Put your eyes into it. Hold on. I still got it screwed. Oh. Okay.
That's 7/8.
Oh.
Yep.
All right. Cool. So now we've got one halfway down and one all the way to the bottom. Steve's going to cut that little long portion off. And now our gable is perfectly plumb from top to bottom. I have a great starting point for our sheathing. And yeah, everything should work perfectly. Probably come around here and we'll cut our lookouts, get ready for our fly rafter. May put the green board on first. I think that's what we'll probably do. Probably just go ahead and green board this whole thing first. Power truss sends this out. I don't know if I can do it. It's kind of windy, but tells you the hog's trough, the lateral diagonal bracing that comes from the end wall back into the ridge there. That's solid blocked. So, and this is an engineered stamp, how it's supposed to appropriately be done, and it holds up. It holds it really well. So there we have it. That is how you plumb and brace a gable end wall as it should be, appropriately, properly. So just use it's not very hard, just a string and a laser level. You can go to 30 feet tall if you want to. The same steps if you're doing some, anywhere in the house. Sometimes we'll go inside the house somewhere and just check it to make sure. But laser level does wonders. Don't use a regular level. I've got a plate level, 12-foot stability plate level, but it's just not as accurate. The laser does a lot better. It's simpler. You don't have to get up in the trusses or rafters, either one, to be fighting around picking up a heavy level. if I was raftering, I had the ridge pole running out to find the location of my rafters. That'd be the same actual setup to find your location of your end rafter. Same steps. Set up, make sure your string is straight. Make sure your end wall is straight with a string. Plumb up, mark it, and you will have an exact plumb location from the top wall to your ridge pole where your rafter goes. So the guys are up on the other gable. We are fixing to do the same process on that bigger gable to get it braced off really good. And then we'll put our green board on there and we'll be ready for our sheathing. Well, just about got the day done. Got all our bracing up. Gable ends are braced really well. And we started putting the zip wall onto the gable. Kind of get it buttoned up. Makes a big difference. Looks a lot different actually. Really taking shape though. So all we have to do now is put a nailer up there. Put my mic on so you hear me. We got to put a nailer on the wall on that other big gable. Put our sheathing on there. Get our lookouts. Get our fly rafter on before we, and then we're ready to put our sheathing on. We'll probably go ahead and just sheath this side and kind of stair step it up around that gable, and then we will find what we need to put a valley plate down and frame to that valley plate. I think it does a little easier, especially if you're doing trusses. You can go ahead and deck one side, kind of speeds up the process, and just makes it a little easier. You can kind of work off the decking, the sheathing on the other side a little easier. Kind of like what we're going to get to back here on how we filled it in. We kind of stair-stepped the sheathing because I knew I was going to do that same thing. So what we're going to do is find the plane of this roof onto that roof. We'll take strings, find the ridge, find everything that planes out, chalk a line up onto the zip roof on this side, and then we will set a 2x10, 2x12 valley plate with a mitered edge on it, and then we can run all our rafters to that, and that way you got backing in behind it, and just does really good. You don't have to get underneath that side and do a lot of extra blocking. We can just go ahead and put a valley plate down, 2x10, 2x12, and it's really stands firm. It's got a lot of structure to it. All right, y'all. So there was my video on how to properly brace a truss gable. All right, y'all. So once again, I am Keith Dykes. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. Shoot, I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go inside and warm up. Heck yeah. Shoot, bird's ass. It's cold out there.